Just you? Could no one else be bothered to show up? What year are they all in right now? Of course. Someone's got to be the hero somewhere other than here, I guess. Or as much as a hero one can be when all you're doing is repeating the same story to hundreds of generations because their families couldn't be bothered to remember all the details. You'd think they'd care enough when everyone's lives are at stake. Is that all they're planning to do before you guys leave again? Yeah, all about that efficiency. Can't waste a precious few hours out of their days. Well, I've been doing my part, same as always. Everything's running smoothly here. Are you still on about that? The last major attack was 3,000 years ago. I get it's not that long for you, but that was ages ago. It hasn't happened since. Just the usual attacks. Nothing I couldn't handle by myself. Yeah, I'm fine. And the tree's fine. Really? It's kind of hard for me to tell whether it's grown or not. You don't really notice much when you're watching it every single day. Well, I'm glad it's growing. Maybe a couple thousand more years and we'll finally get those fruits to grow. Then we can finally get this over with. Yeah, I'm even more sick of this than you are. Are you for real? Seriously, what do you even think I need right now? More than just a hi bye like you always do. Yeah, I don't think you realize just how little time you're spending here. I get it, it gets repetitive. 5, 6, 7, maybe even more times a day you're having to visit and say the exact same thing to me over and over. But guess what? It's not a couple times a day for me. It's 200 years. 200 goddamn years I have to spend waiting for you all to show up. And for what? Just for you to act like I'm not worth sitting down and talking to. Don't lie. You were here 10 minutes last time. Less even. I checked. The time you all spent helping me fight off those demons didn't count. That's work. Visiting me isn't a job, you know. I don't even feel like part of the team anymore. I'm just here to protect a tree, and that's all that seems to matter to you. Tell me, when was the last time you all sat down together for a meal, talked about your very repetitive day before heading off to bed? And when was the last time I stepped foot on the warp ship to do that with you all? See, that's how bad it is. I can't even remember what we named the damn thing. It's been so long. Longer than that. Way longer than that. Do you know how long it's been since you started this whole time-hopping checkup thing? Not in your time. I mean my time. 20,000 years. Do you remember how many times you've come to visit me during that time? And do you think that's enough? Doesn't matter what 10, 50, or 200 years means to me. But I'm sure you'd feel the same if you could live that long too. It's very, very lonely here, you know? I knew what I agreed to get myself into. I loved this world enough to dedicate all these years to give it another fighting chance. I did it because I wanted a good world for you all to live in. I cared enough to give you all that chance so you could live in a better world than the one you got. I agreed to live out my life in a time before humans or elves or anyone even existed so that you and everyone didn't have to live your final days in agony while those demons stripped the world of everything it had to offer. It really hurt to be alone for that long until you showed up to visit that first time. Yeah, that was probably the happiest I'd felt in 50 years. Still, I thought it was worth it because of how much you all suffered, and it gave me a better insight into the pain you all felt. I was privileged enough to see the world before they ruined it for you, and I wanted nothing more than show you what life had to offer. And do you know why? Because you were all willing to take things into your own hands and fix everything. And you cared enough about the people from your time and all of the generations after. You didn't wait for someone else to come and save you. I truly admired that. You know, I'm glad to have met you guys. I'm glad you took me out of the comfort of my own time and showed me just how fortunate I was to have been born when I was. Maybe I would have died before then, or maybe not. Who knows? But in the end, I guess either the demons or starvation would have killed me if I had to live to see that day. No, don't pretend like you speak for everyone else. If they cared that much, I would have seen at least one of their faces more than once in the last couple thousand years. But in all honesty, it wouldn't really make a difference at this point. I wouldn't really recognize any of them even if they showed up right now. So how could I even call them friends at this point? What other friends am I supposed to make? You saw what happened last time I left the tree alone. Besides, what even is there to talk about? I don't even know what's been going on outside the forest. We're well past my original time, so I don't know what to expect out there. A what? See, I don't even know what that means. How am I supposed to acclimate to that? Are there at least still people like me out there? Then it's not worth leaving. No one else really understands what this is like. How do you explain to someone that you'll be spending thousands of years dedicated toward a future they're never going to see? They're surely not going to see it. No human could, other than you all. Yeah, and I've busted my ass trying to make that future a reality for you, because I actually care. Just wish you'd give me the same treatment for once. Not them. You. I'm not asking you to waste your resources time traveling just to see me every few days or anything. We'll never get there at this rate. Do we even know if this is going to work? The fruit, I mean. Is it really going to be the miracle we need to get rid of all those demons? No. Don't bother checking. If you do now, how do we know if the timeline you'll see isn't the one that results from you not visiting me for the rest of the time we need to wait? Since there won't be any instances where you visit me between now and then. I don't know what not having anyone around for that long will do to me. I don't know if I'll become someone else, or not even be around anymore. I don't want there to be a future where I lost the will to live. It'd be proof that you're not doing enough for me anyway. All I want is for you to stay. Just a while longer. I don't know how long, but a few minutes every couple of centuries isn't enough. Well, if it were up to me, you'd stay. And live out the rest of your life here. I know, I really want you to live in a happy future, and this isn't it, but... I mean, is it not selfish to ask me to spend my life mostly alone? Do I need to be the only one who makes a sacrifice? I'm sorry. I know what kind of sacrifice you're making, even just being here. No, don't say that. It just sucks for everyone. How many more years do you need to check? Ugh. I don't know if I can handle that. I need someone to be here more often. Otherwise, what if I end up becoming like them? The demons. Maybe that's why there's no one else left like me. I mean, think about it. We're supposed to live for thousands of years, and yet there's none of us left in the future, and so many demons are popping up left and right. What if that's how they came to be? What if they were just so tired of being alone that they all turned into demons? What if that's what I become? No, you said it yourself. I wasn't there in the future. But what if I was, and I'm the one who messes everything up and gets rid of the last hope this world has? What if I do become some monster and destroy this tree, and that's how everything came to be? I can't... I'm sorry. I'll stop. Look, I don't know. Nobody seems to know why things turned out the way they did. I just don't know what to do. But every year that goes by feels like waste, and I keep slipping away until you come back. I really need you here. If your job is to check up on me and make sure I don't lose it, then stay. Teamwork be damned. I know. You'd be long gone before I even blinked twice. And it's still a long time to go, even after that. But I think having at least a few good years would help me a lot. I'd greatly cherish the time I get to spend with you. And it would mean a lot more to me than you visiting every 200 years or so. So will you stay? You don't have to decide your whole life right now, but I at least want you to be here for a bit longer. At least a few days. A week? Maybe more? Depends on if you end up liking life here with me. But the longer, the better. Don't worry about telling the others. It'll be fine. If they really care about us, they'll come. If their goal is to make a better world for us all, then they'll come for you. But if they don't, then maybe the future isn't as great as they imagine it will be. I guess we'll see. But maybe the time you spend here will be as great as it gets. I'll do everything I can to make this the best experience for you. For what you can do for me, it's the least I can do. We both need it.